Today, Kevin and I are going to be trying some on-the-border Mexican Grill and Cantina dips. These were mailed to us from Meredith, so thank you very much, Meredith. I'm glad they got here all in one piece because we've had jars before that haven't made it. So these,
she had them wrapped up in bubble wrap pretty good.
Yeah, so I'm glad. This is the Southwest Bean Dip. And it says new. This is the Monterey Jack Queso.
This one's also queso. It's salsa con queso. And this one's also new. It says jalapeno ranch dip.
So 2 new ones. That's awesome. And we haven't tried any of them. So we have some tortilla chips here. And then I have some bowls. We're going to try the bean dip first. Southwest bean dip. It says no added sugar, no artificial colors, made with pinto beans. I like pinto beans. This says heating instructions. Transfer contents of jar to a microwave safe container. Microwave for 30 seconds. Stir, repeat until desired temperature is reached. Use caution to avoid burns. So we need to heat this.
Yeah, you don't have to heat it up. You could eat it at room temperature, but...
Do you think it... I think it'd be better.
Probably better heat it up.
Okay, so my question is, I'm shocked to hear that you can't just take the lid off and heat it in that container.
I don't know.
Why do you think
that's
the case?
Well, because you don't want to heat the whole jar up. If you don't eat it all, then you've got this...
just want to...
You've got this cooked jar.
Okay. I did it. You didn't think I was going to. I know you were thinking, she's not going to be able to open that. Okay.
I was wondering how quickly you'd give up.
So it's chunky.
It's chunky, but it's also runnier than I was expecting it to be. I didn't expect it to be like refried beans, but I thought it would be thicker than that.
Wonder if you heat up any of the other ones.
Usually the cheese sauce, you usually heat those up too. Yeah, heating directions.
Okay.
I can't. The ranch one you probably don't.
So should we have done that before we even started the video?
No, it's all right. We can say what they are.
Okay, so this.
And then I'll go heat them all up.
Okay, so the Monterey Jack Queso. Let me move these out of the way. You can open whichever needs to be heated. The Monterey Jack Queso, we're going to be heating it as well. Are we going to heat them all?
Not the last one.
Okay, not the last one. So the jalapeno, we're not going to...
It's a ranch dressing.
Okay, here, you get some of that, and I'll get some of this.
I tell you what, all these have huge chunks of peppers and stuff in them. Whereas I'm used to the cheese dip that...
this is like a really thick mayonnaise, is what this looks like.
This is kind of runny too. The dip we usually get is thicker than this, but it also doesn't have quite as many chunks of stuff. How much did you put in there?
I just like that. That's funny. That's way more than that.
I don't know. We'll be back.
Okay, we're back.
We're heated up.
Okay, so
I just did it for like 35 seconds total.
Okay, so
that was for all 3 at the same time.
The Southwest Bean Dip. It says there's about 15 servings in here. 2 tablespoons is 30 calories. That's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I don't think that's bad.
I mean, salsa is probably a lot less, but I like refried beans and stuff like that, so hopefully it's not too hot. I'll pick this up.
This is gonna sound crazy. That would be good in a taco.
Oh yeah, it would be, or a burrito even.
That, it has a little bit of heat to it, but it's not like it's, I think some people it would be too hot for. There's some heat to it.
There's some tingle. What's interesting about them, it's bean dip, but it tastes more salsa than bean. I mean, you get a little bit, it's like salsa that has beans in it. It's not the other way around. It's not beans that have salsa in it. It's more salsa with beans.
To me, there's like a smokiness to it too.
It's good. I like it. But if you like a really bean dip I've had before is almost all beans.
See, I don't eat
with just a little bit of the seasonings and a little bit of the salsa flavor. That is literally like more salsa than anything.
See, that's what makes me like it, because
you wouldn't like a lot of beans.
I like pinto beans. I really do.
Yeah.
But I'm not a bean dip person. I do not get black beans at all. Anytime we go to some place that serves Mexican food, I'll say I don't want the black beans.
No, I don't really like them either.
But that's what makes me like this, is there is so much more going on.
Yeah.
There's so many more flavors, and there's a smokiness to it, and you get a peppery, there's like a hot peppery flavor in there, but it like I said, it there's a nice sensation, but it doesn't burn.
Right.
But this, you could mix that whole jar in with your like pound of ground beef.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that would be awesome. It really would be.
It does say serve hot or cold.
Oh,
so you could eat it cold.
Oh, okay. So we could have done that.
I'm typically kind of lazy and don't want to wait around, so I don't like to.
I like to.
But you like yours warm.
I do. So like salsa, if I'm gonna have chips and salsa, the first time for me is the best time because it's at room temperature. Once I've had to keep it in the refrigerator, then I always pour it in a bowl and heat it up. Always.
I don't like a cold. I like a room temperature.
Yeah, I don't want it cold. So this is the Monterey Jack, and it's 2 tablespoons. It's 45 calories, and there's 13 servings in here. Okay.
It's a really nice cheese flavor, but it's not a. I don't really get a lot of the salsa kind of the peppers and stuff. You get more just cheese, and it's it's a lighter cheese flavor too. It's nice. I think if you like that creaminess, but you don't like a lot of the really deep flavors, then I think that's good.
There are some underlying spices in there.
Oh yeah, it's there.
That will give you just a very, very, very slightest little tingle. But it is, it's mainly just, like you said, a creamy cheese. Okay.
That would be good on nachos, like a plate of nachos, where you've got other stuff going on. Like you've got your taco meat, and you got some tomatoes and all that stuff on there. And you pour that over top. That would be really good.
You know what though? Out of between, and I'm shocked, but out of the bean dip or that, I like the bean dip more because there's so many more flavors.
Well, you could do
going
the
on
exact
in
same
that bean
thing.
dip.
You could do the exact same thing with bean dip. Just pour it over top and put it in your oven and bake it. That'd be good.
You could. Okay, so this is the salsa con queso. 13 servings, 45 calories.
Now this you would expect to have, it had more peppers and stuff in there. It's runnier too though, so.
And this looks like what I'm used to getting.
I didn't really get any peppers. Did you get a pepper?
Yes, that is exactly what I'm used to getting. That is so good. I love that.
Got a little bit more of the pepper flavor going on. Peppers flavor. Pepper.
This reminds me of the kind that I used to get years ago.
Yeah.
What
Tostitos.
Okay.
It's a little more flavorful as far as the jalapeno kind of flavor goes.
Yes. I love this. I would personally, most people would not do this. You're probably eating this as a snack or at a party. We used to eat this kind of thing as a dinner.
Yeah.
So we would literally take a whole jar and dump it into a pan on the stove and heat it, the whole thing up on a pan, and then take that and just eat
a bag of chips.
Take the chips and just eat the whole darn dinner. But it's awesome, and this is what I'm used to.
It's no different than eating a plate of nachos.
I guess not. That's basically what we were doing. But that is delicious. It's very strong, but it also has those peppers in it. There's some onion flavor in it. The bean dip had onion flavor too, but this, you really taste that.
The bean dip tastes more like salsa.
It does.
Whereas this tastes more like the cheese, but it's got I get a jalapeno. It's probably the strongest pepper flavor I get out of that. It's really good though. It's a little thinner, like runnier than the Tostitos brand. It's not quite as thick, but it tastes really good.
So we have one more.
Tammy tried to open it, so I reminded her
I tried to open it while Kevin was heating the other ones up in the microwave. I tried to use I call it the man, to open that can, and I really hurt my hand trying to open it.
And I reminded her, we've got this that her dad gave us.
This is from the Pampered Chef. Yeah, I wonder if I could have done that.
Wow, it's still pretty tough.
Oh, is it?
I can't grab the jar is my problem.
There we go.
See, you're supposed to put it.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, one reason not to have that.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm back. Well, now that I'm cleaned off.
It all came off.
Yeah, that thing it works good. It really does grip good, but I think you need to be on the counter, like where you can use it. It's also made to where you can mount it on a cabinet or something and put your jar in there and turn it. That's the best way to use it.
You would mount that on your cabinet?
That's what it's made to do. You screw it in.
Huh.
Where it's underneath. Oh, it's got a handle too, but it's made to where you can.
I'm just when I need that.
Oh.
When we had a different kitchen before we remodeled this kitchen, it looked a lot different, and the house we lived in previously looked a lot different, and there was stuff everywhere. And since we renovated this kitchen, I've wanted a very sleek, uncluttered look. So for me, I would never mount that.
Oh, I wouldn't want to mount it either. I'm just saying you could.
I don't want to add any clutter. I would rather tuck that in a drawer where no one sees it.
I think if it had been on the counter, it would have been fine.
This is the new on the border Jalapeno Ranch, and I love jalapeno. 13 servings, 35 calories. So good. Okay. And we did not heat this one up.
No, it doesn't even say heat it up or serve it hot, cold.
Mm-mm.
Tell you what, it's got a good jalapeno flavor. It's hot.
Well, I got a big hunk of it.
Well, you can't avoid it. I mean, it's all in there.
I mean, I just got a big bite in general. It's nice. It's not as creamy as I thought it would be.
No, but it's still really good.
But I really like. Yes, I really like it.
It's not as like thick.
Mm-hmm.
100% has jalapenos. I get onion.
No, you know what I like about that?
I get the ranch flavor.
Is you get a chance to really, really appreciate and enjoy the jalapenos without it burning your mouth off from the get-go. Now, there is a kick to it.
It definitely has some burn.
It does, but it's not, for me, jalapenos don't affect me like they affect Kevin. So for me, I am getting to enjoy the flavor of that green jalapeno without just heat, all heat.
Yeah. Oh no, it definitely has flavor.
And I love the pieces of jalapeno in it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're chunkier pieces of onion in it.
That's really, really nice.
It's really good. It is a little hot, but it's not so hot where I can't eat it. It's not like a heat that's not enjoyable. Like a Flamin' Hot Cheeto for me is not enjoyable because it's just too hot and it doesn't have a lot of flavor. This has a lot of flavor, but it's also hot. But I like it.
Okay, so what is your number one?
Hold on, let me try the bean dip one more time.
The bean dip's a surprise because the bean dip I don't think is your traditional bean dip.
Yeah, and it does have a smoky flavor.
It does. It's very nice.
I would probably pick just the con queso.
Okay.
The salsa con
The
queso.
salsa con
I would probably
queso.
pick that one, although, I mean, I really like all of them. That'd be my pick, though. What I would want to eat, like, for a snack.
This should have been what I should have asked. What would be one that you wouldn't necessarily buy again?
Really none of them.
Okay.
I'm happy with all of them. All of them are really good. If I had to pick one, I just wouldn't buy again because it just doesn't have a lot of exciting flavors. Is that one?
That's what I was thinking. The Monterey. The
It just
Monterey.
doesn't have a lot going on for it.
Right. If you want something plainer and just cheap, if you can't have a lot of spice or anything like that, I think that would be the one for you. My favorite is probably going to be my old standard, the salsa con queso.
Yeah, mine too.
But I genuinely do love the two new ones.
Yep.
The jalapeno ranch and the bean dip are both very, very good. And I would have never thought that about that bean dip.
I love your idea of taking the bean dip and instead of using like a taco sauce or something, just stir it in with your taco meat as you're cooking it.
Don't put any of the powder in at all. Just take your ground beef, drain it off, put it back in the pan, and put the whole jar in there. I think it would be awesome.
Might be a little runny.
Tacos.
You just have to cook it a little longer.
Probably, but I think you could cook some of that juice out of it when you heat it up. But I think that would be awesome with tacos.
It'd be good. And add a little pepper and onions and all that stuff too.
Oh yeah. So Meredith, thank you very, very much for finding something for us that we had never had before. This was a very fun review to do. I hope you all enjoyed it as well, and thanks for watching.